what I have found in life is there's very few people who, there's very few people who just allow you to exist as you are, allow me to exist as I am. And so it's, I will just never forget when that person told me, I just don't know what group of, where you fit. And it's like, bitch, I fit everywhere. That's the thing. That's the beauty of loving people. You fit everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And guess what? If you're vetting me for a leadership position, vetting someone like me who doesn't fit anywhere and who fits everywhere and nowhere at the same time is a great thing. You know why? I'm someone that's less likely to compromise standards and ethics. I'm less likely to be bribed. I'm less likely to fall into making decisions that just are people-pleasing decisions. So really, that's a great quality for leadership, for people who like are vetting you to be in leadership or for promotions or whatever. But because that makes people uncomfortable to not be able to label you, it might be an upward battle for you, because if people can't label you, that's scary to them. That's unsettling. They don't know what to make of you. I am so thankful that I fit in everywhere and I fit in nowhere. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to God for that. And like, it is my upbringing. One of the parts about my upbringing is I grew up on a reservation. Most of the people are of Mexican descent. Then most of the people are, then followed by most of the people, then second Native, and then third white, right? So when you look at me, you think, oh, Dara's white, whatever. Whether I am or not, it doesn't matter. That's what people think, right? But the beauty of where I grew up was, even though white people are the majority in number, or were the majority in number in the U.S., where in my little town, it was the minority. And so, like, it was just a different perspective and a different upbringing. Like, I don't know, it was beautiful. Like, I love where I'm from. Toppenish in the house. But I love where I'm from. But it also, I'm not uncomfortable in spaces where like white people are the minority. I'm just not. In fact, I prefer it because of how I grew up. But that's one reason I say like I can belong to no one or be part of everyone, you know? Because if I'm in a group of people, I'm gonna find people that like interest me or that I like, you know? And it's not because their hair is brown like mine or they're wearing glasses, because sometimes that makes people feel comfortable, right? It could be because they're from New York and I think New York is awesome. Or it could be because they said they're from the same valley that I'm from and I'm like, oh my God, yay. It could be just for a lot of factors, you know? I'm just so thankful to God. But the sense of belonging thing, it has bitten me. In my lifetime, it has bitten me. Because then people don't know where I fit in. And then people, because they're uncomfortable about not knowing where I fit in, they just don't think I fit. And so they don't think I'm a good fit, you know? But that's okay, because at the end of the day, and hopefully I've spoken enough and given enough examples, at the end of the day, all we have is ourselves. All we have is our faith, So if say we're a Christian, our identity is through Christ. We're a child of God. At the end of the day, we have our faith and we have ourselves. And that is where we belong. And so when we look at other people and are like, I don't know if people are admiring or wishing they had that, or maybe jealous of, that popular group, that group that seems like they're so close knit. But just remember, it's not real. If you step out of line with their unspoken or spoken rules, you're kicked out the group. You are kicked out. So it's this false sense of belonging. I mean, does belonging really matter if all it is a false sense of belonging? I don't think it matters, because I'd rather know that sometimes life is lonely, and sometimes you can't find people to hang out with, and sometimes there's no one there to help you at the end of the day, and sometimes people that have titles or roles in your life, you think, oh, sometimes people think they should be here for me in this way, but they're not. I think it's better to face that reality and know at the end of the day, you have your faith. If you have faith in whatever it is, whether it be God or what, and you have yourself. To me, there's greater peace in that than thinking I belong to group X, group Y, group Z. There's a lot greater peace in that. And so earlier today, I was so sad, and I'm sad for a lot of reasons right now, but I was just so frustrated and thinking, damn it, I need someone to spend time with me. I'm not doing well. I want someone to spend time with me. That's not true. I'm doing just fine. And maybe it doesn't look like what other people think. Maybe I'm not the popular person on social media that has pictures of everyone. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. When people are sacred to me, first of all, it's like you want to protect them. That's how I feel. I don't want to plaster their face all over social media. Anyways, I don't want to go off on a tangent. You know what the real tea is? The real tea is we all belong to our faith, if we have that, and to ourselves. And so that's one way we can relate to each other. Because Susie Q over there, that looks like she's having such a great time with her friends, her group of 15 friends, when you're sitting on the bench wondering why no one will hang out with you. No. Susie Q saw how her best friend got kicked out the group when her best friend dated someone she wasn't supposed to, based on the group's expectations, So Susie Q knows. She belongs just to herself too. We can relate we can all relate more than we think we can if we just take the time to view that. And if you want to belong where you belong, go for it. I'm kind of an odd duck, and I really don't want to belong because I don't want your expectations imposed on me, and that's just how it is. But if you do belong, I hope that you set realistic expectations and know that every group, whether spoken or unspoken, has expectations. And if you don't meet those expectations, there will be consequences, I'm not saying be like me. Because being like me, it takes a certain kind of person to be like me. And I think honestly, one of those traits is it takes someone to be very independent from the get-go. And it takes someone that also doesn't always care what people think of them. So I'm not urging you to be like me, but what I'm urging you to do is think about the real tea. And the real tea is you belong to your faith and you belong to you. And that's it. And there can be peace in that. So if you are struggling, if you are thinking like, why won't anyone hang out with me? Why won't they pick up my phone call? Why are they busy? Like, why are they available to these people that are just like superficial friends? And why are they not available to me? If you go through like thoughts like that, just know so many of us, or those of us who realize it, know that we belong to ourselves too. And you're not alone. You're not alone in that you belong to yourself and your faith, just like I belong to myself and my faith. There's nothing wrong with that. So, thanks for listening, you guys. I needed to get this out there. Maybe just for myself. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe just for myself. If you watched this whole thing, OMG. Thank you for joining me. And comment down below with the little hug emoji that has their hands out. If you don't have emojis, do #hug. And if you haven't subscribed, come on, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate your support. If you've subscribed already, thank you for supporting me in that way. Please comment, like, share, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Finally, there's only one you, so take care of you. Bye, you guys.